welcome in. This is Reiki by request, live Reiki energy healing ASMR. I'm just getting set up, just getting started. It's chilly here in Massachusetts today. As you arrive, let me know how you're doing today in the chat. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. Let me know how the music is and how the voice is. Hello, Kim. Good morning. Perfect. Welcome in. We're just getting ready to begin today's Reiki ASMR energy healing by request. Come on in. I hope you're doing well today. As we begin the session, hello, Melissa. Thank you. Welcome. As we begin, I just wanted to take a few moments and explain what the session is, and then we'll begin. Hello, Amiran. Good morning. I'm so stuffy today because it's freezing in my room. I really should plug in my heater, but my hands are like ice today. They'll warm up though as we do Reiki. All right, let's get started, everyone. As you come in, feel free to tell me a little bit about how you're doing today in the chat. I love to know how you're feeling and how you're doing as we begin. Thank you, Amir, and I might have to plug it in. It's like I feel the coldness in my sinuses. And we have the wood stove burning today, but it's in the living room and my door is closed, so I'm not getting the benefit of that heat. We'll see. This is Reiki ASMR by request. Anytime during the live stream today, you can always gift the pinned gift for the session, which today is woolly hat. I have my goal set for 20 requests today. Requests will be short and sweet, the sessions today. So at any point during the next 2 hours or so, if you gift the woolly hat, you can make a request for a personalized Reiki energy healing during the session. Gifting is not required to receive Reiki energy healing. Everyone can receive. Everyone can benefit from Reiki as long as they are open and willing to receive. During the sessions today, hello Lacey. Tamare, I'm sorry to hear about your stress. During the session today, we'll work together to relax. Relax. Hello, Jojo. And as we relax, we open and allow slowly the movement and the change of energy. Absolutely, Wamu. Thank you. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. As you come into the space, take your time as we arrive in a healing and tender landscape together. No matter where you are in your day, allowing yourself the space to rest, to relax. Hello, Kirsten. It's all right. My name is Jen. I am a certified Reiki master teacher. And for the next 2 hours or so, I just want you to relax. All right? It's okay. Good. Let's get started. Good morning, Rebecca. You're welcome, Prime. I'm glad you're here. I think I'm going to plug in my heater because it is absolutely freezing in here. And I feel so much coldness through my sinuses. It's getting hard to talk. Give me just a moment. I'm going to step away and plug in my heater. I'll be right back. What a great idea to have a heating pad. Lacey, that's such a great idea. I'm going to consider the same. This is my first time turning on the heater this year. But it is very windy here in Massachusetts and the cold air is just filling the room. All right, just a sec. Okay, I think we're ready to start finally. Lilu, it isn't too cold here actually in Massachusetts, but the wind chill factor is bringing that air temperature way down. I think it's in the 40s, the low 40s right now. Not too bad, but without heat and with the wind, it's chilly and my fingers are frozen. Let's go ahead and get started. That's a great idea, Mirren. Maybe I will get a blanket. All right. As we arrive in this space together now, let's take a few moments to become aware first of our surroundings and the outer landscape, and next of the inner landscape. All right? Becoming aware now of the feel of the air surrounding your body. Good. Noticing the way that the air surrounding you feels as it touches the skin. Allowing yourself to feel the sensation of the air on your skin. As the air awakens and enlivens the cocoon of energy surrounding you. Just becoming aware. Good. Becoming aware now of the colors surrounding you. If you can do so, softening your gaze. With a soft gaze, letting the colors of your landscape permeate your vision, filling your vision with color and light. That's it. Good. Noticing now any fragrances or scents in your environment. Hello, Busy. As you deepen the breath, breathing in through the nose and letting the breath go through the mouth. In through the nose, taking in the scents and fragrances around you. Out through the mouth. Good. as we move from the outer landscape toward the inner landscape, using the breath as a guide. Paying attention now to the ebb and flow of breath as we deepen our breathing incrementally. As we breathe in through the nose, imagine the breath rising like mist as it moves upward, filling the mind space with ease. Rachel, thank you for the heart box. Watching as breath like mist rises up into the mind, feeling that clear, cool, and light energy as it settles the mind. That's it. It's all right for you to allow the mind space. Allowing space to open through the mind. Good. Perfect. Just getting situated here with my heater. It's a little awkward of a setup. We got it though. We got it. Nari, thank you for gifting Woolly Hat. Woolly Hat is the pinned gift for today if you'd like to make a personal request. I'm going to write you down, Nari. Let me know in the chat if you have a particular request for today's session. No need to make one prime. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate it. Anytime during the live stream, you can gift the pin gift and make a request if you'd like. Today, the requests are very short. I have time today for 20 requests. They will be on the shorter side today. So let me know, Nari, if you have a request. Mary Beth, thank you for Woolly Hat. Appreciate it. Let me write you down. Welcome from Scotland. Let me know in the chat where you are today, where you're watching. Till, yes, I do have set times. You can learn my live stream times by clicking on my profile. Miss Davis, thank you for Woolly Hat. Let me know in the chat if you have a request, Nari, just to relax and sleep. Okay. Perfect. Welcome, everyone. I'm here in Massachusetts in the U.S. We'll get to our first request in just a moment. I just want to allow the breath, scared of flying, looking for centering and peace for your flight. You got it. Perfect. Of course. Lowell. Allowing the breath now to circulate from the mind space all the way down to the roots. You watch as the breath moves quickly from ground to roots, just like an elevator, moving efficiently between floors. Crispy, thank you for the woolly hat. Let me know in the chat if you have a request. Miss Davis, looking for peace and clarity. I got you. All right, let's get started with our first request of the day. From Nari, looking for relaxation and sleep. Let's get started with our first request. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate it. Give me just a moment to sit with Nari's request, and we'll get started. All right. I'd like to use a crystal energy for our first request. This is a blue, teal, greenish specimen of fluorite. Taking a few moments now to feel and sensate this calming energy. This teal fluorite. Thank you, Care Bear. Let me write you down. If you gift the pinned gift, thank you. Thank you, Lola, for the hearts. If you gift the pinned gift today, you can make a request. Just let me know in the chat if you have one. It does match my sweater today. Fluorite. This fluorite is an energy like the sea. Lola, thank you for woolly hat. Let me know in the chat if you have a request today, okay? Like the sea, soft and calm. Of course, peace and anxiety for Care Bear. ABC, you can always make a request by gifting the pinned gift today, which is a woolly hat. I do free requests as well, but I think today we're going to meet the quota. It may be exceeded. Peace and grace, Lola. allowing this cool and soft teal fluorite energy, hello Rebecca, to carry you through a serene dream. A dream of ease and peace. Hello. Imagine soft teal clouds winding, dancing around your body as they elevate the body like air, weightless and free. This energy is one of soft surrender. Letting this oceanic but airy energy move you upward as you spiral slowly, dancing through a dream. Resting and relaxing. Good. Perfect. Thank you for your request, Nari. Let me know how that specimen of fluorite courted you. Next, we have a request from Mary Beth. And Mary Beth is looking for some peace and relief from anxiety for an upcoming flight. Good, Tristan. Just relax. Hello, Grant. Welcome. Good to see you. Give me just a moment to sit with Mary Beth's request, and then we'll get started. Perfect. Just a reminder that as viewers make requests, Reiki always travels where it's needed and how it's needed. Miss Davis, you are third. You'll be next. No matter what the request is, Reiki will always arrive for you in the manner in which it is needed. The energy that came to mind for me is this one. This is dendritic opal. And you can see how it is a soft white crystal bespeckled with textures of black. Perfect. Dendritic opal is a grounding energy. And it is soothing for the mind as it connects the physical body down toward the earth, reminding you of the stability that comes as you extend your roots down toward the safety of earth. It does look like cookies and cream. At the same time, dendritic opal moves into the mind space as it creates clarity and ease, relaxing your thoughts of dread, relaxing your thoughts of worry and fear. Perfect. Dendritic opal also brings a heightened intuitive awareness in the mind space, focusing on that third eye region. As the mind quiets and your intuitive energy of peacefulness and grounding activates. Witnessing a thread of energy moving from the earth, weaving its way through the mind. Imagine that this thread is a beautiful bright white, bespeckled with deep grays and blacks. If you'd like to make a request, you can always gift the pinned gift for today, which is woolly hat. Remembering that energy on your calming journey. Remembering a thread of white, bespeckled in deep grays and blacks, winding from the earth up into the mind, bringing grounding and clarity, and encouraging, nudging that third eye to open as you nestle in to a feeling of safety. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, for your request today. I hope that was useful for you and anyone in need. If you'd like to make your own request during the live stream, you can always gift the pinned gift for today. I have space today for 20 short requests. Requests are shorter than usual today. All right, our next request is from Miss Davis. Stephanie, hello. Thank you for gifting the pin gift. Let me know in the chat if if you have a request, Stephanie. Coming up next is a request from Miss Davis, looking for peace and clarity. Also, Crispy, if you're still here, let me know in the chat if you had a request. You would be next. Give me just a moment to sit with the energy. I actually know already which crystal I'd like to use. Give me just a moment to find it. All right. This is my specimen of Caribbean calcite. It's a bit of a rare crystal, but absolutely gorgeous. It has this light green, ephemeral coloring, almost like the coloring of a forest inhabited by magical beings. That's what I think of with this energy. Caribbean calcite is an energy of peacefulness, serenity. It's both of the forest and of the sea, earth and water elements, bringing the safety and security of the earth with the fluidity and ease like a lullaby of a sea green sea. When I think about Caribbean calcite, I imagine a forest alive with fluttering wings. You can hear the sound of the wings as they flutter, bringing a sense of ease and peace. When I think of Caribbean calcite, I hear the slow rhythm of a soft green sea as it laps the shore gently and peacefully. A slow and soft rhythm. You're welcome. Thank you for the gifts. Right between those worlds of a kind, enchanted forest and a soft, slow sea. You find yourself rocked to a lullaby. As you listen the beautiful unfurling of serenity. Good. It's all right for you to rest. Always coming back to that sacred space between the forest and the sea. Miss Davis, thank you so much for your beautiful request today. Perfect. I loved that. It's quite lovely. Stephanie, did you tell me in the chat if you had a request? If so, I think that I missed it. Let me know if you have a request today. It's not necessary, but if you'd like to make a personal request, you can always gift the pinned gift, which is woolly hats. Requests are short today. Shorter than usual. I do have space for up to 20 requests, but it's not necessary to make requests to receive Reiki. Let's move on to our next request for the session. Okay, yeah, no worries. You don't have to make a request. You can just gift as well. Our next request for today is from Crispy. Crispy, I'm not sure if you're still here, but I did not see you make a request, which is fine. But if any time during the live stream something comes to mind, please let me know. Our next request is from Care Bear, looking for peace, and I can't make out the other word that I wrote. Give me a second to decipher that word I just wrote down. Peace and... That's weird. Oh, anxiety. That's what it is. It doesn't look like the word anxiety, but now that you say it, I can see the suggestion of anxiety in my handwriting. All right, give me a moment just to sit with that request and we'll get started. All right, I'd like to use a little bit of sound healing. I want to use two energies. First, some sound healing, and next, a little bit of energy removal and clearing with selenite. That is what came to mind. Let me put out a warning that sound healing can be a bit unpredictable. So if you're wearing headphones, now is a good time to maybe turn the volume down a little bit so that your ears don't get disturbed. I'm going to move the microphone away a bit. And as I use this metallic singing bowl, I'm going to strike the side several times. And each time that you hear the sound of the bowl, I'd like you to imagine that you are journeying directly into the source of tension and anxiety in the body. So wherever you're holding that, Maybe it's in the heart center, as it often is for me with anxiety. It could be in the mind space. It could be in the hips. Wherever in your body you feel is the seat of anxiety. Hello, Matt. As you hear the sound of the singing bowl, imagine the sound like a bolt of light, journeying directly into those spaces. And if you're not sure where you're holding the tension, let the sound guide you. Okay, let's begin. Perfect. Following the movement of that resonance as it guides you into the seat of that tension and anxiety today. I'd like to follow that sound healing up with some work with this selenite wand. This selenite wand has a pointed tip for precision, and I'm using it now to help that stuck or captive energy move. By captive energy, I mean energy being held hostage. I don't know if you're like me, but when it comes to anxiety, sometimes it's hard to let go of energy, even when you know that energy is harming you. Sometimes we just can't release it easily. Yeah, that's all right. This selenite is helpful to pinpoint energy centers that are heavy and bogged down with the weight of energy held captive. Letting go, allowing energy to move and change. Selenite brings the energetic signature of moonlight. Subtle, calming and clearing. Imagine the body bathed in soft, silvery moonlight. As the moonlight shines directly into the spaces of the body where there's tension or unease. Imagine moonlight like a soft spotlight. And as the moonlight touches the spaces of stress and anxiety, imagine that those spaces soften. Imagine those spaces like rooms. Thank you so much, Yenna. Thank you. Rooms holding anxiety, now full of beams of moonlight. As moonlight moves in through the windows, soft and cool. Filling each space in the body that's in need with easy and loving light. Soft light. Letting go of any energy that no longer serves you. It's all right. Releasing. Good. Perfect. Thank you so much for your request. Care Bear, let me know in the chat how that selenite and sound healing suited you. feet are situated, it's a little awkward. All right, we have a few more requests coming up next. If you'd like to make a request during today's live stream, you can always gift the pinned gift for the session. It's always different. Today it's a woolly hat, and the requests are on the shorter side today. Also, thank you for tapping your screen and showing your support and your love. I appreciate it. Also, on the first of every month, I hold a super fans only Reiki energy healing circle. Our next Reiki circle will be on November 1st at noon. So if you are a super fan or a subscriber, I'll see you then. All right. Our next request for this session today, we have Lola looking for some peace and some grace. Good Lola, perfect. Stephanie, also, you'll be next. Let me know in the chat, Stephanie, if you have a request today. If not, that's okay. Give me a moment to sit with Lola's request, and we'll get started. Hello, Spencer. All right. Took me a moment to find this little guy. This is Larimar, and it is a raw specimen of the crystal. You can see its very brilliant sky blue color weaved through this specimen. That is our Larimar. Larimar is an energy of ease and peacefulness, related very much to the upper chakras and those higher realms of cognizance and knowing. The angelic realm, the celestial realm, the realm of our highest selves and our guides and protectors, however you like to think of it. Taking a few moments with this Larimar, observing how it arrives, how it feels as it moves through, and as it courts those upper energy centers of the third eye, the crown, and the spirit chakras. Larimar is the perfect energy when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's a song, a heavenly cosmic, angelic song. As you come into a space of stillness and ease, you're able to hear the timbre of that song. Timbre is the sound of color. Isn't that beautiful? I love that word. You're able to hear and sense the timbre of that realm. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts. Listening as that song courts you, as it does what songs do best, filling you with hope, with ease and peace. And reminding you that it's all right to rest and recover. You don't need to explain or to ask permission. Right here, hello, right now. A song envelops you, a sweet song, a rhythm and cadence that's slow but bright. The song journeys from those higher realms, touching the top of the head, as the song pours like a waterfall down through the body, relaxing. Thank you for the roses. Relaxing and filling the body with song. Beautiful. I wonder if you can hear that song. Sometimes you can't. Or just feel it, feeling its resonance, its rhythm, its cadence, its message. Songs arrive in different ways. Thank you for the gifts. Listening for that sweet song of peace. Letting that Larimar energy settle. Letting it arrive and move through. Thank you so much for your request. That was for Lola. Lola or anyone, let me know in the chat how that Larimar song, how it arrived for you, if it brought up any thoughts or sensations, if you felt any movement of energy, feel free to share in the chat. If you'd like to make a request today, you can always gift the pinned gift for the session, which today is woolly hat. All right. We don't have any more requests yet, unless Stephanie or Crispy want to make a request. Stephanie, I could just do an intuitive request if you'd like that. No pressure. You can also just gift without any requirements. It's up to you. Let me know if you'd like. Oh, that would be great. Perfect. Let me just moisturize these old dry lips. 'Tis the season for dry skin and dry lips. All right, Stephanie, coming up next, let's do an intuitive healing for you. Give me just a moment to sit with that, and we'll get started. All right, I'd like to do a little bit of smoke clearing, and I'd like to do a second energy too, but I'm not quite sure which yet. Hopefully it will come after the smoke healing. Give me just a second to get that ready. I was going to do some herbal burning, but then this energy sort of fell into my hand. Let's do a little bit of green tea incense smoke clearing, and I'll explain what that is in just a moment. Let me just get it ready. All right. This is green tea incense. It's a stick of it. It smells very sweet and very earthy, almost as if you're drinking a hot pot of matcha tea. If you're a matcha drinker, you know that scent. It's sweet, but it's earthy and very rich, very fragrant and redolent. I'll be using this incense burner to hold the incense. And as I light the incense, it will begin to slowly burn down, keeping a soft glow at the tip. I'm going to use this incense, and I'm going to do a green tea incense infused Reiki. And what that means is that we're using that energy, that energetic signature, to infuse the movement of energy of the Reiki. This green tea incense is uplifting. It's the kind of energy that brings, almost like if you're drinking a cup of matcha tea, you feel that warming, grounding energy, that sweet resonance of connecting to the earth, the kind of earth that is like a field of fresh grass in the sunlight. Do you know that feeling? At the same time, it's energizing. So you're deriving new and fresh energy, life-giving energy from that moment in the field, in the meadow, with the fresh, dewy grass and the smooth, warm sunlight. That's the energy that this brings. All right, let's get started and we'll see how it feels. Hello, Phyllis. Thank you, Sam. I'm just going to let it burn for a moment here. It should burn down. There it goes. There it is. Perfect. Let's play on that imagery of the meadow. Hello. As I blow this earthy but calming energy into the auric landscape, coloring the aura a deep grassy green, the green of a peaceful and dewy meadow. Covered in a golden, soft sunlight. It's an afternoon sun. While it grounds you and calms you, you feel your energy centers stirring as they clear. The energy is uplifted. Blockages to energy stagnation is removed, and you're free to express that free-flowing and clear movement of energy as it rises. So imagine this. Your feet moving through blades of dewy, soft, new meadow grass, reflecting the golden light of the afternoon sun. Imagine the grounding and soft feel as that dewy grass threads through your toes, fresh and new. Any heavy or unwanted or stuck energy drops down into the grass. As you allow your energy to rise. Hello, good morning. Tilliver, stay safe. Stay safe, my friend. Feeling that clear and pure energy rising within you. Grounded but strong. Going to put this down right in front of the camera so that smoke is still rising up. I don't know if you can see the smoke as it winds upward, just like your energy that's given new life letting that pure, fresh energy rise to greet the day, filling you with its fresh and clean resonance. Watching as, like smoke, that green tea energy moves upward. Perfect. I know I said I was going to use a second energy, but I got lost in that one. I hope you did too. That energy had intentions to take us on a meadow, golden afternoon journey. I'm going to let this incense continue to burn throughout the rest of the session, just infusing the session with that uplifting, energizing, but grounding energy. Thank you for the woolly hat. Hello, Teresa. Thank you. Let me write you down, Teresa. You are our next request. If you'd like to make your own request during the session, we have about 40 minutes left or so of this session. I have space to do up to 20 requests today. They're on the shorter side. I love that, Lola. What a wonderful sensation. Teresa, if you have a request today, let me know in the chat. No pressure. Teresa, your request will be next, so let me know. I can also do something intuitive if you'd like. Just a reminder that if you are a super fan, I hold a monthly Reiki energy healing circle on the first of every month for subscribers and super fans. The next one will be November 1st at noon. I hope to see you then. Throat chakra clearing, hello, of course. Give me just a moment to sit with that and we'll get started. All right, I'd like to use a crystal energy for this one. So give me just a moment to find the crystal and we'll begin. I do ASMR as well. I just started. I think I've done 12 live streams so far. I really like it. You can follow me on my ASMR account at Evening Springtime ASMR. I'd love to see you there. I'll be streaming there tomorrow morning. So you can check out my schedule by clicking my profile. I stream Reiki on Mondays and Thursdays and ASMR on, Tuesdays and Fridays, all at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That was a lot of talking. All right. Our next request is for our good friend Teresa. And thank you, Lauren. I'm still new and experimenting with ASMR. This live stream for Reiki uses ASMR with hand movements and a relaxing voice, a guided meditation. But my ASMR account uses more traditional ASMR tools with no Reiki. Okay, the energy that I'd like to use for our next request is this crystal. This is chalcedony. Begins with a CH, chalcedony. This energy is one that resonates with the throat chakra. Hello. Of course, the throat chakra is an energy of communication and expression. It's such an important chakra, I feel, because it's a bridge between the heart space and the head space. Such a classic space, the throat chakra, that we can feel so much misalignment in. Am I right? There are so many songs written about how the head and the heart are at odds. There's even a band called The Head and the Heart, if you know them. It's a tale as old as time. We often feel like the heart is pulling in one direction. And then the head is telling us something else. Not always, but sometimes, right? The throat is the bridge, and it feels that tension between the two. This energy center located here between the head and the heart, of course, is the center of our communication. You have to laugh, right? Sometimes you have to laugh at these things because it's caught in between the two. And so when the heart and the head are not aligned and balanced, what are we communicating, right? We're not able to be sincere or authentic as we might like, maybe because we don't even know what the truth is for us in that moment. We might be cruel or lack compassion in our communication, or sometimes just feeling confusion or a lack of clarity. This energy, Chris Cola, brings some clarity to that bridge space. It's a stabilizing energy. It's not seeking to change that tumult between the heart and the head. That's not what this crystal is for. This crystal is for stabilizing that emotional energy of the throat chakra in the midst of potential chaos between the head and the heart. It allows the throat energy center to shine clearly and brightly, finding what we might call stability in the chaos, if that makes sense. Even as the head and the heart are on their own journeys, Chris Cola comes to the rescue, nestling into that bridge space, clearing the way for authenticity, clear communication. Let me just block this user. Oh my goodness. Inviting you to shine exactly as you are, right in between the pull of the heart and the head. right? When they're not aligned, and they're often not, sometimes they are, we can feel pulled in various directions. This energy asks you just to be honest about that and authentic, sincere. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have the answers. You can allow yourself to communicate plainly and compassionately and truthfully from a space of the in-between. This is Chalcedony Cosmic. Yes, I think it's okay to be at odds and to have some chaos. It does seem natural on both sides to have some chaos and also some balance. The nature of energy is that it's always changing and moving, and that is all right. It's not always comfortable for us as humans to acknowledge and to sit in that constant change, right? It's not always easy. Good, letting sensation come. Yeah. Sometimes stagnation feels a lot more comfortable than movement. That's okay. Sometimes movement feels better than stagnation. Such is life, right? So much change. Letting this stabilizing energy help you to find peace in the chaos. And in that peace, clear expression of how you feel and what you need. Clear and compassionate, real and authentic. You don't need to pretend. And you don't need to be perfect. That's a relief, right? Good. I want to finish up my use of this Chris Cola. I just want to hold this right over that throat chakra. And if you were here a moment ago, I want to show you that green tea essence is almost burned down to the bottom. I like the combination of that green tea with the Chris Cola, really elevating the energy in here. Let's take a few clearing and cleansing breaths. But I want you to breathe in and out through the mouth. I know mouth breathing, right? It's a little bit crude in our culture, but I'd like to invite you to breathe through the mouth, in and out, so that we can really get into that throat with a full opening breath. Breathing in and out. Let's do that a couple more times. It looks scary, right? I look like a lioness. Let's try it again. Breathing in. And breathing out. I'll spare you the visual of doing it one more time, but let's do it one more time. You go ahead. Good. Just clearing that energy physically can really help with the spiritual clearing as well, because they're connected, of course. Thank you for your request. So wonderful to see you, Teresa. I hope that was useful for you and for everyone here today. Perfect. If you'd like to make a request today, I was expecting that we would have a ton of requests since it's woolly hats and the requests are short today. But we don't have any more requests for today's session, which is totally fine. If you'd like to make a personal request, you can gift woolly hat today is the pinned gift. But if not, then let's move into, hello Mandy, let's move into a poll for our next Reiki experience. Can definitely help you out, Kimber. Stick around and we'll get it done. Coming up next, I'm going to put a poll up in our live stream. And the poll will be for our next Reiki experience. Give me just a moment to think of which one. Oh yeah, let's do this. Oh, woolly hat, Carmen. Thank you. Thank you for gifting the pinned gift. Carmen, let me know in the chat if you have a request for today. Let me write you down. Meanwhile, as we're waiting, if you'd like to vote in the poll for our next Reiki experience, you can click on the blue checkmark icon, and that will bring up a poll. The poll for today is focused on affirmations. Option A is an affirmation of I bend and not break. We can do heart chakra, Carmen, of course. Let me write that down. We'll do your request next. That's perfect, Carmen. A request can be anything, so thank you. Option B is the affirmation that stillness is medicine. Stillness is healing. Option C is focused on I allow. That mantra that I allow things instead of resisting them, going with the flow. Oops, hold on. And option D is the affirmation for safety. I am safe. If you'd like to vote in the poll for our next Reiki experience, please go ahead and vote. We have just a few minutes left in that live stream. Vote. Give me just a moment to get that ready. Hold on. All right. I'm good. I wasn't prepared for that, so I have it now. I had written some affirmations down, so I just wanted to bring it up. Right now, option D is in the lead with I am safe by quite a bit. We have about 2.5 minutes left in the poll if you'd like to vote. Oh, Lola, did you send a hat? I must have missed it. Oh, Lolo, thank you for gifting the pinned gift. Let me know in the chat, Lolo, if you have a request for today. Carmen, coming up next is your request for the heart chakra. Give me just a moment to get that started and we'll do it. Lolo, that is so funny because as I was getting this session started for today, sometimes I have, energy reminders that come to me. And today, as I was getting ready, I thought to myself, someone is going to ask for abundance. It's so funny because that is the thought. So it must have been you coming through. We'll get to your request after Carmen. All right, Carmen. The first energy that came to mind was chrysoprase. Chrysoprase is a wonderful energy for the heart and for love. But it's funny because just as I was about to announce that this is the energy, this blue rose quartz popped into my head, which is also for the heart space. Let me go ahead and explain the differences. I'd like you to choose one or the other for your experience for today because both of them are coming through pretty strong. Chrysoprase is the energy of a love story. So when you think of a love story that is grounded in mutual respect, deep love, and understanding, that's the kind of energy that chrysoprase brings. It's a very positive, uplifting energy of an open heart and working to help open the heart so that you can receive that love, not only from other people, it's also a love story between you and yourself. So that's energy 1, chrysoprase. Energy 2 that came to mind was blue rose quartz. And it's very similar to regular rose quartz, which is a traditional and common crystal for anything to do with the heart. Blue rose quartz is also an energy of deep love and deep emotional healing. This energy, though, is focused on healing the inner child of the heart. When there are heart wounds and the heart needs deep repair and deep healing, this blue rose quartz is one that moves deeply inward into the heart. And hello, Julia. And really helps with that deeper healing so that you can open. So let me know if you have a preference, the chrysoprase or the blue rose quartz. Carmen, you can even just think of which one brings sensation as it moves through. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, let's do the blue rose quartz. Perfect. Also, thank you to everyone who voted in the poll. The results are in. Let me have a look and see. We have the winner is D, which is I am safe. I'm going to write that down. And we will get to that right after Carmen's request. And then Lolo, you'll be next. All right? Let's do it. Okay. You're welcome. This is blue rose quartz. It's a bit of a rare crystal. And it looks like a sky at dusk, full of deep purples, and soft blues. This energy is one for deep heart healing. As it moves into the heart space, it's an energy of the inner child. It's you as your most vulnerable self. A self that we often protect fiercely. Deep within the rooms of the heart, the inner child of the heart is one that is soft, in need of tenderness, comfort, and safety. That inner child of the heart is sometimes afraid to leave its safe space and emerge and share and take risks. This energy invites you to visit that inner child. Imagine walking through the corridors of the heart space. You take your time, of course, because the heart is a tender house, full of rooms, full of hallways, always changing, like all houses of the spirit. You wind through the corridors of the heart, following the telltale sound of the inner child. Do you know what it is, that sound? It's laughter, ringing through the heart like a bell, crisp, high, but soft, resonant laughter. Yeah. That sound guides you to the room where the inner child of the heart stays. Imagine that you enter that room and immediately as you see that inner child, you run to it faster than the wind and sweep the child up in your arms. You circle around and around, the inner child's legs flailing out behind in a dance of joy. Whew, my goodness. The image is a strong one. Feel that sensation of spinning around and around in that loving embrace and dance. Whew, it's a lot of movement there. With that inner child of the heart entwines in that bell-like laughter. You forgot to notice that you left the door wide open in all of your joy and merriment. The door of that room of the inner child flies wide open. Hello. You contemplate that door, just looking at it, considering the risk. What if that inner child of the heart were to twirl its way, singing its laughter outside of that room and into the vast expanse of the rest of the heart? Susan, thank you. Thank you so much. What if? That's it. That's the only question. It doesn't need an answer in this moment. You let it stay with you, capturing it in the heart. What if? You take your time, because the heart is a tender space, and the inner child of the heart is the tenderest, the most vulnerable and precious gift of the heart. What if? Allowing sensation to come to the heart as it fills with the magic of that simple question. Hello, Gina. If you have the space to do so, I invite you to cross your palms over the heart center. And with your breath, I'm going to show you from the side. Inhaling as you move the hands outward. Exhaling as you rest the palms over the heart. Moving with the breath. And sensating into the space that's created through that simple movement, easing through the heart and allowing the heart space. Allowing the heart simple space. letting that blue rose quartz energy settle. Let me know in the chat if anything came up for you, any sensations, any thoughts in that beautiful heart healing. Thank you so much for your request, Carmen. I hope that was useful for you. You're welcome. Coming up next, we have the results from the poll, and then we have Lolo's request. After that, we will be nearing the end of our session today. So thank you so much. I agree. That was so beautiful. What a nice moment to share together. Perfect. Yeah, I loved it too. Coming up next is the results from our poll, which was an affirmation for today. The affirmation that you all chose was, I am safe. Give me just a minute to find what I wrote down for that affirmation. Bree, thank you for woolly hat. Bree, let me know in the chats if you have a request. Yes, I did change my times. You can check out my new times by clicking on my profile picture. That'll have my times. I'm doing Reiki on Mondays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Just a moment. I got it. It's early. Yes, I changed my times. Just trying to fit in all the things in a day in the life. It's not easy, right? To do all of the things that we want or need to do in a day. Sometimes it feels a lot. So I'm just experimenting with times. Yes, changing the ASMR channel too. We'll see how this time works. All right. Let's do a little Reiki fueled by an affirmation today. I'm having so much movement energetically from that last heart healing. I don't know if you're feeling that too, but just clearing it out. All right. Our affirmation today is, I am safe. I think I want to use a little bit of a crystal energy with this. Let me grab it. Hold on. Yes, Bree. Let me write that down. I already have an energy that just came to mind, so we will get to that one after Lolo's request, which is coming up next after this. All right, I'd like to use this specimen of raw carnelian as we journey through this affirmation for safety. The affirmation is, I am safe in my own being. I am safe in my own being. Yeah, me too, Cheyenne. This carnelian energy helps to ground us in the physical body. It's not always a comfortable place to be. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it feels like the body is unpredictable. And sometimes that doesn't feel safe. That's all right. I am safe in my own being. Imagine that deep within the physical energy body is a hearth. Or maybe it's a wood stove or a bonfire. Burning brightly. Showering the body in embers of warmth. This is your home, the home of your body. A body that can be unpredictable sometimes. A body that feels a spectrum of emotion and moves through the world, having experiences. Focusing now on that flame within. Finding comfort and finding safety as you gather the energy around that hearth, that wood stove, that bonfire, burning at the central room of the house. Imagine it. A flame, a light that never dims, that always brings warmth and comfort. Watching as the embers fly, brightening any space. You are safe. That fire is the symbol of that safety, delivering comfort and ease, warmth and light. When you feel unsafe, you return to that bright, glowing fire within. Letting it wrap you in its warmth like a blanket. Letting it guide you through dark times with its light. I am safe in my own being, in this body. Thank you to all who voted in the poll for that affirmation today. I hope it served you well. We have 2 more requests. Good, Gina, welcome. Our next request is from Lolo, who's looking for abundance. Who's looking for abundance. Give me just a moment to think about that and we'll get started. All right. I wanted to consult my notes on crystals and energies for that one because originally I was thinking pyrite, but I didn't want to do that for some reason with you in this moment. So, yes, I'd like to use instead this essential oil. This resonates much more, I think, for me, for you in the moment. Honeysuckle essential oil. And I'd like to put it into a spray bottle and use it as a mist, and then do some fluffing of that with this shamanic feather. Give me just a moment to get that honeysuckle essential oil into the bottle, and then we'll get started. I wish you could smell this one. It does smell like honey. All right, hold on. All right, let's get started. Honeysuckle is an energy of the solar plexus chakra. So that area right around your belly button, it boosts self-confidence and sense of self. But I'm using it today to really tune in to that vibration of vast abundance. This kind of abundance is attached to the energy of the solar plexus. So what that means is that it's connected deeply to feeling worthy enough to deserve what's good, if that makes sense, right? So this particular energy is one that is delivering the sensation of abundance and good fortune, of good things, through unblocking a belief that you are unworthy and undeserving. It's fostering an elevated sense of your own worth so that you feel like you do deserve those good things, all right? This is honeysuckle. And as I use the essential oil, imagine that you walk outside your door and you enter into a light rainstorm. A rainstorm not of water, but of honeysuckle. Honeyed, golden, soft, and sparkling light. A soft rainfall that smells like earthy and sweet honey. imagine walking outside your door and feeling the sensation of those soft, redolent drops as they saturate each strand of hair. And as that rain makes its way down to gather at the solar plexus energy center, maybe you can see it in your mind, that area right behind the belly button. Rain falling, caressing with its tenderness, a honeyed rain, light and loving, raining into that energy center. Trickles of honey, golden, bright, illuminating that solar plexus chakra with sparkling light. I keep getting this image in my mind. Do you know what they call fairy lights? When my daughter was young, we had a clear jar full of what they call fairy lights. They're like those little electric string of lights, very, very small. And we would turn it on and put it into the glass jar. And we would imagine that it was full of fairies. And the lights, they were so tiny, they would twinkle and glitter. And they would move in interesting ways. That's what I want you to imagine as rainfall, honeysuckle rain, like fairy lights, soft and small, golden, twinkling, raining in the solar plexus, the kind of rain that you love to sit in, gentle and soft. You did good. Encouraging that rain to dissolve any blockages there at the center of your belief about yourself. It's a lot to ask, right? That a rain of honeysuckle could dissolve those doubts and insecurities. That a soft rain of honeysuckle could help you heal from not trusting yourself, from feeling unworthy. I know it's a lot to ask, but imagine that it's just that simple. Watch as that honeysuckle rain drips like honey. And as that, I don't know if you can hear this, you guys, but the wind outside just picked up. It's like a hurricane outside. Literally, I'm looking outside the window, and the leaves outside my window are golden yellow, and they are blowing fiercely in this wind. it is perfect for this moment of honeysuckle rain. You do hear it. It's crazy. It's perfect. I absolutely love it. I think that's just a cue to move into that fluffing. Let's use the wind as we move that energy deeper into the solar plexus. You can see it in the window behind. So cool. I love that. That synergy. Let this feather be like a rushing wind in a honeysuckle rainstorm, blowing that energy deeper into the solar plexus, fostering a knowing that you are more than enough, deserving of good things. Letting abundance come to you because you are worthy of it. You are good. You are good. Perfect. Feeling the movement there. Letting that energy of honeysuckle arrive and circulate. Let me know in the chat how that honeysuckle experience arrived for you. If it moved anything in you. Thank you so much for your request, Lolo. I hope that helps. We have one request left, and it is for addiction. And I can't read my sobriety. I'm having a hard time reading my writing today. It's interesting. I do know exactly what I want to use, so let me go ahead and grab that. Perfect. Feeling calm. Feeling refreshed. Perfect. All right, my friends, this is our last Reiki experience of this session. It's a request from Bree, looking for some relief for anxiety, not for addiction, and sobriety. I want to use this crystal. This is apatite, and apatite is my go-to crystal for all things related to addiction and coming out on the other side of the addiction experience. And addiction, right? We think of it as sometimes a momentous occasion, and it is, but it's also a very normative part of our human expression in a lot of ways. For many of us, we can be addicted to people or experiences or sensations. We can be addicted, of course, to substances. We can be addicted to habits or ways of thinking. We can be addicted to, you name it, right? So on one hand, it's momentous and a cause for pause. On the other hand, it's an expression and articulation of this humanness that we all go through. Appetite is an energy that helps you to move into a deeper understanding of the motivations behind addictive behaviors, addictive thoughts, and the reason that we keep returning appetite, its name says a lot, right? Appetite is about hunger within, the hungering, the longing, the need and the desire that motivates a return, sometimes a constant return. Appetite helps us to unravel some of that, what can seem like a messy mess. When we return so much to something that it becomes a part of how we understand ourselves. Appetite wants to help you unravel that web. A web where we can become lost. It is a beautiful color, isn't it? Look at that. Sometimes just the color of a stone, of a crystal, can bring healing. I don't know if you find that to be true, but I do. This is one of those colors, don't you think? Look at that. Deep, but light. Sometimes iridescent. Veined with lightness. Grounding, but elevating. Serene, but hearty. I do, Zaki. You can find all of my links for social media and offerings in my profile. Appetite is an energy of truth. Not the kind of truth that's like what we think of as a hard truth. Do you know sometimes what I mean by that? Like someone will be like, here's the hard truth. Not that kind. Or like in A Few Good Men, where Jack Nicholson says to Tom Cruise, you can't handle the truth. It's not that kind of truth. It's not a rough, hard to digest truth. Appetite is an energy of compassionate truth. Truth that is waiting there for you to be ready to take it in. Truth that waits patiently for you to take the next step in your own time, in your own way, a truth that embraces you with its love and understanding. Even in the darkest time, that truth shines like a blue light, a healing truth, a truth of love and acceptance, waiting to bring you out of that incessant return that we think of as addictions or habits. Guiding us towards something else when the cycle is over and completed. This energy guides us in that spiral to a new place, a new home. Blue appetite is also an energy of manifesting your intentions as they relate to that returning, that hungering, that desiring for that repetition, It brings a feeling of safety sometimes, even though sometimes it doesn't, right? Blue appetite is an energy of manifesting an intention for change. Seeing that intention, knowing that it's true, and being guided toward it with compassion and love and understanding. Addiction is an incessant returning. This energy invites you to return again to an intention for something different. It too can be returned to. Returning again and again, as much as you need. And holding your wish for something new in your heart. Holding it and allowing it. Just want to do a little bit of energy plucking here, just removing some of that stuck or stagnant energy. Letting go of what's harming you and hurting you. Hello. Good. Thank you so much for your request. I hope that's useful for you, Bree. And anyone in need of that energy today. I wanted to thank each of you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for all of your generous gifts. Thank you for over 40K likes. Thanks for tapping the screen. I wanted to thank you for sharing your comments in the chat. I can't even talk anymore without some chapstick. It's so dry in here. Bree, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. So beautiful. You're welcome. You're welcome, Lola. Thanks for being here. If you stuck around from the beginning, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I am now streaming Reiki live on Mondays and Thursdays from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check my profile for updates. I always have my live times in there. You can also check out my ASMR channel, Evening Springtime ASMR. And I stream there on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'll be live there tomorrow with traditional ASMR, no Reiki on that channel. Also, if you would like to join our Reiki Energy Healing Circle, I hold that on the 1st of every month, and it's for superfans and subscribers only. It is public though, so you can still come and get the benefit of it. But superfans and subscribers are able to make requests for free during that time. So come on down, and enjoy that on November 1st. It'll be at noon on November 1st. If you'd like to become a super fan prices are high. They're $9.99 a month. TikTok just rolled it out last month, I believe. There's only one price. It's $9.99 a month, but you will be able to join our community as it grows. And I appreciate that support if you like that kind of thing. I'm happy to stick around if anyone has any questions about Reiki. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining this respectful and kind and healing community today. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Oh, I also want to thank Amiran. Amiran, I want to thank you after every single live stream. You do such a great job moderating. Thank you so much, my friend. Reese, I'm going to go get something to eat because I am hungry.